This is where children belong. Welcomed as part of our worshiping throng. Water, God's word, bread, and cup, prayer, and song. This is where children belong. Good morning, friends. Today is Super Bowl Sunday. All right. Okay, raise your hand. Don't blurt it out. Raise your hand. Who's playing tonight? Okay, Bradley.
Kansas City Chiefs and the 49ers.
Woo! She got it right. Raise your hand. Don't blurt it out. Who is the quarterback for the 49ers? Reedy. Brock Purdy. Okay. And when the NFL drafts people from college, when players were coming out of college, we call that the NFL draft, and it happens in April. And usually there's about 259 players that are drafted. Does anybody know, raise your hand, don't blurt it out because I know you two already know, where was Brock Purdy drafted? Blank stares. Yes, Jeremiah.
Isn't he on the Lions?
Yep, and he wasn't on the Lions, but what number? Was he drafted first? Right in the middle? Okay, Reed.
Mr. Irrelevant.
Yeah, he was Mr. Irrelevant. What does that mean? Do you guys know what Mr. Irrelevant means? Yeah, she has no clue. So what does that mean?
The last pick in the NFL draft.
Every year at the end of the NFL draft, the person that's picked last is called Mr. Irrelevant. I mean, who wants to be the last picked for anything? Have you ever been picked last for something? Oh, it feels yucky, doesn't it? So, Brock Purdy, the quarterback for the 49ers tonight, was picked last. It's kind of crazy that he's in the Super Bowl. In fact, there's mathematicians that have figured it out, and it said that his chance of being Mr. Irrelevant and then playing in the Super Bowl is 1 in 24 million, or 0.0000417% chance. Pretty much he had no chance whatsoever. So what happened? Did he suddenly become athletic? Maybe. Huh? Maybe. Did he suddenly learn how to throw a ball like he didn't know how to do it before, and then all of a sudden, I realized how to throw a ball? Don't know. He practiced. What do you think happened? He persevered. He prayed. You think he got stronger all of a sudden? I mean, the chances of him going from Mr. Irrelevant, last picked, to the Super Bowl is crazy. Okay, so I want you guys to keep that in your mind, because today is what we call Transfiguration Sunday. And it happens every Sunday right before Lent. And we talked about how Lent starts on Wednesday, Ash Wednesday. And every year we hear the same story, the Transfiguration story. And it's kind of a really strange, mysterious story that I don't think we can really wrap our heads around. So Jesus takes his disciple. What's another word for a disciple? A student. Jesus takes 3 students up to the top of a mountain. It's Peter, James, and John. And he takes them to this mountain. And something happens there that they were there, and I don't think they can really explain it. So clearly, we're going to have a hard time understanding. But Jesus, his clothes turn like this dazzling white, and his face looks different. And then all of a sudden, Elijah and Moses show up, who have been gone for a long time. They show up, and then there's this voice that says, Jesus is the Son of God. I mean, that seems pretty weird. That's a way to say it. It's just really mysterious and strange, and I'm not sure we can fully understand it. And that's okay if we don't always grasp what's happening, because I don't think the disciples that were there could really fully understand. But if you experience something like that, like they experienced that, I think they were changed. I don't think that they could have experienced something that, what is the word I'm looking for? That big and that strange and mysterious. I don't think they can explain it. They couldn't explain it, but I think it changed them forever. If I would have experienced that, I think I'd be changed forever. So when they couldn't understand it, but the same goes for us. Like, they were following Jesus for a long time, and they had seen Jesus do miracles. I mean, they knew that Jesus was different. They knew he was extra special. But this thing, this solidified, this confirmed for them that this man that we're following, it's something different. It's something that's going to change our lives forever. And each one of us has a gift. You have a gift, and you, and you, and you, and you, all of us. Every person in this room has been born with this gift. And when we follow the right leader, Jesus, when we have the right teammates, you guys, those gifts in us, they kind of come alive. It's kind of like we talked about Brock Purdy. I think he always had the gift of athleticism, and he had gifts, but he found the right coach, and he found the right teammates, and he flourished, and he came alive. You all have gifts and talents. You've all been given. Some of you have a gift of kindness and empathy. Some of you are leaders. I know some of you are creative, and you have all these talents deep inside you. And when you follow Jesus, when you follow the right coach, Jesus, and when you have the right teammates, all of us in this room, wow, those gifts, those talents come to life, and they change you, and they change you, and you, and you, and they change the world around us. They make us more brave and courageous, and they help us forgive and love and have compassion, and they help us change the world. And I think those disciples, I think they were changed. I think those gifts that were inside them came to life, and they began to change the world, and their lives changed too. And that can happen to us still today. We have a super cereal bowl challenge upstairs. We got things to do, folks. Let's go.